Hey guys, so today I wanted to show you what I'm starting to eat now that I am 11 weeks out from my competition. And it's lunchtime, it's about 20 past 12. And I'm just frying some mushrooms here, as you can see. And this morning for breakfast, and every morning actually, turn this way so the light comes in, every morning for breakfast this week, and actually last week, instead of my usual porridge or oats, normally my breakfast would be, gosh, my breakfast would be like 1,000 calories. Like it used to be massive amount of calories and very high in protein and also high in carbs. But since I've started shredding in the morning, what I do now is I get up and I have my lemon and water, and then I have my protein shortly afterwards, about between 30 and 50 grams of protein. And then I have a chia seed pudding with about 10 to 12 almonds and some blueberries on top. So there's very, very few carbs in all of those. The only real carbs that I'm getting in that whole meal is from the blueberries, and there's hardly any carbs in those. So lunch is also going to be low carb, and then I'm going to work out this afternoon, and I will eat some carbs after I work out. So at the minute I'm on about, I think I have on my macros about 90 grams of carbs a day, which actually isn't that much, but I will have more on training days. So on days that I'm not training, I'll have less carbs, and that has really helped me to shred some body fat, and that's what's going to really shred in the fat on the next over the next couple of weeks. But what a lot of people do is they do it wrong. Like they shred and they basically just cut out all food, so they starve themselves, and starving yourselves is really not a good way to lose weight. But whenever you cut down on your carbs, but you eat really nutritious food, then your body, it gets all the nutrients it needs, and my body anyway, it doesn't seem to hold on to the fat and burn off the muscle. It tends to shred the fat, and it works really efficiently. So for lunch, what I'm having is I'm sauteing some mushrooms. Mushrooms are actually high in protein, believe it or not. And they also are really good for strengthening the immune system. So I'm just frying them here in a little coconut oil. And then I'm going to, after they're finished, I'm going to set them aside, and then I'm going to scramble some tofu. I use this tofu by Tofu Company because it's made with nigari, and it comes from the Japanese sea. And it's actually very easy to make your own tofu, and I do make it sometimes, but so much easier just to buy it. And in this packet there is, let me see, there's 280 grams in this packet for 111. There's about 30 grams of protein, just over 30 grams of protein in this box. So this is going to be lunch. So I'm going to scramble some tofu. Onto it, I am going to sprinkle some Old El Paso fajita seasoning, and I'm also going to sprinkle some nutritional yeast on there, really packed with B vitamins for vegans, because obviously I'm vegan. And then I'm going to saute some spinach. And it's all going to be done in this one pan that I have going on over here. So this is how I scramble the tofu. I basically squeeze all of the water out of it, and I break it up. And then I just put it in here with a little bit of processed coconut oil. And then I've sprinkled in the fajita seasoning. And then once that is almost ready, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. So the tofu is ready. I sprinkled over about 2 tablespoons of the nutritional yeast, and I'm going to throw that in here with the mushrooms. And then I'm going to put in the spinach. I never ever cook with olive oil. A lot of people do cook with olive oil, but the thing about olive oil is that it's a monounsaturated fat. So there's only 2 types of saturated fat. There's butter, well there's 3. There's butter, there's ghee, which is like a clarified butter that Indians use to cook with, and then there's coconut oil. And they are completely saturated with hydrogen atoms, which is why they are solid at room temperature. Olive oil is and I'm pointing up there because that's where my olive oil is actually a monounsaturated fat, which means it has 1 or more double bonds where it can take on extra hydrogen atoms. So when you heat olive oil, what happens is it twists and contorts it. It takes on more hydrogen atoms, and it becomes a trans fat. So never cook with olive oil. Always use butter, or if you're a vegan, use processed coconut oil or just regular coconut oil. So this is coconut oil in here, and I'm about to, one-handed, throw in the spinach. And I'll do about half a bag usually. Spinach is really high in iron, and it's also really high in protein, believe it or not. There's about, well, really high, I mean, for a vegetable. There's about 4 grams of protein in this amount of spinach, which is quite high for a vegetable. So if I was to eat that whole bag, I get about 8 grams of protein. And people say, where do you get your protein as a vegan? This is where. So look at that massive plate of food. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And because I'm a total rebel I'm gonna put a little squidge of lemon juice. I put lemon juice on everything, honestly, it's so good. Little squidge of lemon juice, especially on the spinach. And you know what? I might even put a little grind of black pepper on there because I do love black pepper. And I'm gonna go and eat, and then I'm gonna see you guys in the gym.